Reeks like gas in here. I gotta fix that. Well, a little bit vapor. I have to fix those O-rings. We should do stuff today, but we have the gigantic hurricane, tropical storm. What the heck? I thought it was named Lucy or something. It wasn't named Colin. You can't even see out there. My peephole. I was just looking at the date, and I'm going, wow. June 2006. That's when I got my first job. That was 10 years ago. And now, what's her job now? I don't know. I never told my whole story about that. I just came up with some old footage with my tow truck days. I might finally release that video about the company we work for and all that other stuff, just to do it. Because what I found when you're getting older, you should just share your story, because that story is going to end with you one day, and you might as well just tell it now instead of never being able to tell. Something like that. We should go sit on our floor jack and sit down, but maybe not. Kids used to play with this all the time at school, but that was 2006. We started going to school. Well, I started going to a different school, a technical school. We were just having this argument before. Well, not really argument. The AC guy came over. My dad's like, "Oh, you should have went to the AC school. You learn that." I go, "Yeah. I like car AC, as you say, but the AC school." So 2006, that's when we started our job at Toyota. Before that, I worked at a wholesale store. That was BJ's Wholesale, minimum wage, crap job, treated like crap. I don't know how old I was, 19. Yeah, I probably was 19. I turned 20, and what the heck, later, and I was working for Toyota. So I got that job at Toyota. I was like, yeah, this is going to be kick-ass. I'm going to go work on cars. I'm going to go be able to fix my own stuff. All the people were very nice and supportive when my first day there, which I was surprised. And I remember it was a hot day, kind of like here. Hot day, 2006 in the summertime. And it was a Toyota Tacoma, right? This is like the third car I'm working on. The guy says like it won't go in 4-wheel drive or something. So I'm a 20-year-old guy thinking I know stuff. I'm like, all right. Tell me, oh, check the level. I go, what? They check the level and transfer case. I go, all right, top one's fill. Lower little plug is the drain. So I crack a top one. It's on so tight. I think I was this arm. Pow! I hit the lift. It's a drive-on lift. I don't know if I still have it. I don't think so. I banged my elbow really, really bad. I think I cut it. So I go to the doctor or whatever. They're like, nah, you don't need stitches. They give me a tetanus shot. But yeah, that was my first day on the job there. And sometimes, this is the whole purpose of this video, is I was just thinking about, the first time you did something and how maybe it didn't work out. And if it didn't work out, like, how did it turn you off? And like, I was actually like, nah. Sometimes when you screw up, you're like, nah, I just can't do this. Nah, you can't do it. No, you just can't do it. But a lot of things, I'm almost thinking everything I did so far in my life has been something like that. Like, nah, you can't do that, nah. But I just did it, and I stuck with it, and I made it happen. So that's the story of that. Anyway, like a day later, I call up the boss. I'm like, nah, I'm okay. He's like, what the hell happened? So I explained the story. And I'm thinking, like, what the people in the shop must have said, like, who the fuck is this guy? First day on the job. He's already fucking himself up. He ain't gonna last. Because, they've seen people come and go. And the way that the service manager, like, was telling me when he interviewed me, it was like the same kind of thing. He was like, how many people in that program? I don't like you kids. You give me a hard time. He's like, I'm almost to the point where I said no more Toyota kids in that school. Did they get like a cutback though or something for hiring somebody? But that was that. And then I went back, whatever, a week later, part-time. And that was it. That was 10 years ago, up until I moved here for about 3 years. That was fun though. What else was I gonna say? I think I got everything. That's my story for today about my first job. Maybe I'll make a story about my last job. Maybe. Should start my own job, man. I really need my own truck or something. Tow truck. Start getting junk cars. Gotta get the hell out of here. Somehow. That was funny though. It was hot. That's another thing I was going to say too. The job before that, I was probably about 14, 15. No, I was probably 15, maybe 16. And it's a job at this tire shop. I won't say why. Well, it was Anthony, HO Motorsports would know. It was right across the street from Smithtown Toyota. Right across the street from there. And it was a kind of like a shitty place. But they had me, I was like, whatever I was, 16, how will I say, 15, 16. I was just doing tires, you know. It was like a ghetto tire shop. Tires. And I mounted tires in like high school, but I kind of forgot. But it was a crash course on the machine, balancing them, mounting them. Alright, so I got the job done. But I was breaking my ass. I mean, I was probably, I don't know, maybe like 130 pounds then. The tires were heavier than me. So I was just struggling at each one. Get the tires on. I think I lasted about a week. And again, it was just so damn hot there with the heat that I can't do this. So that was actually my first quitting at the automotive field. But I went back to it, years later. Because I judged that job. I'm like, nah, I can't do that later on. So I went to some liberal arts college for a couple of years, wasting my time. When I should have just went to the technical school. But I judged that experience on your future experiences, which you can't do. But I hope this comes out kind of clear. That's just my funny story for now. I was just thinking about that. I had to share it with somebody on YouTube so I can live forever in this boring video pointing at the black car that goes nowhere. I really have to take this wheel off. I don't know why I did it. Again, it was hot. I was just slapping this shit together fast. I don't think I greased the spindle. And I want to grease the spindle especially where the inner wheel bearing is, because when the wheel bearing moves back and forth, I think I have a wheel bearing over here. It burns up the, over time, it will burn up the wheel bearing right here. This part of the bearing, or this kind of, I think it's actually the outer cage might wear on it. I'm not sure. Maybe it's this part, but it goes back and forth. It starts wearing out the spindle that this butts up against on the seal side of the rotor. So I gotta do that. I don't like the way that it is. It hasn't been used much, but God forbid if one of those bearings ever spin, it's gonna gouge the shit out of the spindle, or that seal part, and I don't want that. So that's something that might come up soon. It's actually not too bad working today with the door closed, but then again I have this little space, and then I can flip it around to do the other side. That's your deal. For the 2 people who watch my videos, or the 2 people who thumb down my videos, whatever. When things don't work out, keep at it. And that was the same thing with the tow truck when I was running that. I was having trouble with that, but I stuck with it. And then I got pretty damn good at the tow truck. So, don't give up. Well, that freaks me out too. I put that fluid film stuff in my steering box because it's kind of rusty. And I'm probably not going to take it off and paint it. So I just sprayed it on there, and every time I look at it, I'm like, leak! Then I'm like, nah, fluid film. Where's that fluid film? Oh, over there. Then I was going to do something over here too on those head bolts. It looked like shit, because that was from the car tent and all the moisture. It rusted the crap out of the headers and all of the block. Ugh. One day, I should have did it on that side, or painted it when I had that header out with the broken bolt and the compressor and that whole deal, but never did it. But one day. We gotta do something. Gotta get stuff done, man. We're getting too old. And more stories. We'll tell more stories, man. The mystery man until you show his face. Yeah.